Hi everyone. Is this the moment the Tassie Devils go 4-zip and take top spot on the ladder? Or are Carlton going to inflict our first loss for the season? Because this matchup isn't just another game. It's our first crack at one of the AFL-linked clubs, and it's a big club. It's Carlton, the Blue Baggers. This could tell us exactly where the Devils are at right now. So today is our match preview of the Tassie Devils versus the Carlton Blues. So let's get into it. The match is on Saturday at Ninja Stadium in Hobart. Our first game at Ninja this year. Our first night game. Starting time, 7:05 p.m. It's our third home game this year, but also our third home game venue this year. North Hobart, UTAS and now Ninja. But this is our MO, trying to get the whole state behind the Devils, and it's great. Our opponent on Saturday is Carlton. It's 3rd versus 14th. Carlton have had one win from 3 games this year. They sit 14th on the ladder. The Devils are 3 from 3, unbeaten, sitting 3rd on the ladder. Who would have thought? Carlton were actually disappointing in their first 2 games this year, losing to Williamstown and North Melbourne. And the final margins might have actually flattered them a little bit, being losses by only 5 points and 11 points. But they bounced back last week and had a good win over their arch rival, Collingwood. And they did have a lot of AFL experience in last week's team. They had the likes of George Hewitt, Cooper Lord, Blake Acres, Adam Sard, Jordan Boyd, Matt Cottrell, Lockie Fogarty, and the list goes on. But by my reckoning, they will lose at least 7 players from that win over Collingwood last week. That's right, 7 players. 2 go into the AFL side to replace 2 injured players there. 1 goes into the AFL side to replace Elijah Hollands. And unfortunately, we all know the sad story with him. And 2 more will likely travel with the AFL squad to Fremantle as emergencies. And both of the Camporelli twins picked up injuries last week in the VFL. So that's a total of 7. Cooper Lord had 35 touches last week in the VFL and George Hewitt had 30. They might both go up into the AFL side, or at least as emergencies. Or maybe not, who knows? If they stay in the VFL side, will the Devils coaching staff set out to tag any of those gun midfielders? Or do they just go head-to-head with the likes of Robbie Fox and John Menzies up against Hewitt and Lord through the middle? It'll be interesting to see who goes out of the Carlton side, but that midfield battle is going to be crucial to Tassie's chances in this game. Even if Carlton do lose 7 players, they will still have some decent AFL experience in their VFL team, and they probably won't be any pushovers. But the Devils are doing well. Jai Menzies and Jagger Hagan have been outstanding this season. Hugh Dixon and Sam Siggins have been great targets up forward, and Jackson Artemis and Caleb Mitchell have shown plenty of dash. And Joe Chaplin, Zach Adams and Nick Williams have been very solid down back. So let's take a look at the different game styles of the 2 teams. Carlton have won the clearances so far in all their games. So that means a strong midfield. But they're also a very high possession team. They chip the ball around, keep possession, switch play, whereas Tassie looks to be more direct at getting the ball inside 50, which is maybe why our scoring ability is much greater than Carlton. We've had more inside 50s and we've actually scored 13 more goals than Carlton so far this year, which is a lot. Our tackling pressure stats have also been great this year. They're much higher than Carlton's tackling stats, by the way. And those are our strengths, tackling pressure and direct style of play. However, The teams we have beaten this season so far all sit in the bottom 5 right now. And Carlton's 2 losses are against teams that sit in the top 5 right now. So it could be that the Devils haven't actually beaten much and the Carlton have a close losses to 2 decent teams. But it's still too early in the season to really judge. But I think the Devils win. Why? It's at home, in front of a big crowd, our first night game. We haven't played for nearly 3 weeks, so the Devils should be pumped and raring to go. And Carlton will lose 7 players. And I actually think our game plan stacks up. I know it's a long weekend. People go away. I know the Hawks are also playing in Launceston on Saturday afternoon. But I'm really hoping we get 10,000 plus there at Ninja on Saturday to try and get the guys over the line. The weather forecast is good and Carlton has a big supporter base in Tasmania, and that Carlton factor should bring a lot more people in. And the Devils are on a roll. Let's make it 4-zip. Take down a big club and go to the top of the ladder. I'll be there and I hope to see a lot of you there also. All right, it's prediction time. I'm tipping the Devils by 18 points. What's your prediction? Give me your winner and the points margin. Put your tip and the points margin in the comments section underneath this video. And after the game, in a review video, I'll be announcing the winner of the tipping. Okay. Final teams will be released on Friday afternoon. And unfortunately, there are some injury concerns for the Devils. Jed Hagen, rib soreness. He came off at half-time in that state game a few weeks ago. He's actually listed as a test for this week. We hope he's fit and we hope he's ready to play. You'd think he would be. I mean, I think Jacob Wittering from Carlton came back after 3 weeks out with a cracked rib. So I'd hope that Jed actually gets up after rib soreness. Jackson Hardemus actually did a hamstring in the game against Frankston 3 weeks ago. He's also listed as a test for this week. But 3 weeks for a hamstring, you'd have to think he's unlikely to play unless it was a minor strain. Tyler McGuinness is also on the injury list and likely to miss this week. He picked up a foot injury last week at local level. Max Roney also missed the Frankston game with a shoulder injury, but he's not actually listed on the injury list this week, so I assume that means he's fit to play. Geordie Payne is also listed as a test, but he hasn't played for 4 weeks after straining a calf in round 1. It's hard to see him coming back straight back in, but maybe with 5 on the bench, it's a possibility, I guess. So there may be 2 forced changes for the team that ran out against Frankston 3 weeks ago. Jackson Artemis and Tyler McGuinness likely both out. Max Roney and possibly Geordie Payne both back in. I'll be at the game this Saturday and I hope to see a lot of you there too. I'll actually be doing some fan cams and some fan chats at the ground before the game, near the gates. And I'll make a short video of that for next week. So if you see me there and you want to chat on camera, then please come over and say hi. Right. Now to the competition that we've been running for the Devils Guernsey giveaway. I've been through the entries and now it's time to give away the Guernsey and the scarf. The question was, in 50 words or less, tell me what the Devils mean to you and why you believe we deserve to have our team in the AFL. And the winner I've chosen is Detector 1. congrats, Detector 1. You're the winner of the Guernsey and Staff. I'll put the winning entry up now so you can have a look. There we go. Detector 1 says, the Tasmania Devils represent pride, identity and long overdue recognition. They give Tasmania a true place on the national stage with deep footy roots and passionate support. They deserve an AFL team. It's not just expansion, it's about honouring a state that's lived and breathed the game for generations. Well, that one really hit a sweet spot with me and pretty much sums up my thoughts as well. So, well done with that, Detector 1. I'll reply to you in the comments to set things up with you. I'll be doing some more giveaways in the future, so hang in there if it wasn't you this time. All right, I'll be doing a match review of our game against Carlton in a few days' time, as well as weekly previews of all upcoming games and weekly reviews of every game, club news and lots more Devils content. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on anything. And I'll catch you soon. In the meantime, go Devils.